This is Suella Braverman. I personally feel there's a witch hunt because what is it she did? She sent some emails, but they went to the wrong person, or they went to the right person, but she shouldn't have sent them from a personal address. Is that a big, big deal?
Well, I don't think Sunak had any choice, really, but to reinstate her, because without his support, her support, he might not be where he is now. I mean, she was critical in swinging all her supporters behind him. But the Home Office is notorious, isn't it? It's one time bomb piled up on top of another. And, you know, there's so many different areas when it can go off. It's a graveyard for a lot of politicians. And I think one of Suella Braverman, one of her problems is that her officials, a lot of her officials seem to be against her. They're leaking against her. One of them apparently said that she's making us nostalgic for the good old days of Priti Patel. So whether it's... I think these things have to be investigated. You can't have senior officers of state, one of the, 3 great officers of state, leaking emails. It's, you know, however unintentional it was. Who was it to? It was to Sir John Hayes. It went to his wife by mistake or something. And there was it seemed to be some sort of cover-up. But these things do have to be investigated. And the Labour Party, I mean, the job of an opposition is to oppose, and the Labour Party would be dereliction of duty if it didn't press all these things, I think. I agree that it may come over as a bit of a witch hunt, and it probably more so because she's a woman. Let's be sexist about it. But I think, you know, these are very serious issues. Very serious issues.
But I mean, remember when Priti Patel, she had all that thing, the allegations of bullying, which I suspect was possibly the other way around. That's how I saw it, because there were lots of civil servants who'd been in post for a long time, who'd been in that position.
Oh, they don't like it being shaken
up. They don't like things being moved around. They did that to, was it Amber Rudd, who she disappeared quickly as well. Isn't it time we stopped doing this? And whilst what she did was wrong, she did the right thing in saying that she should resign because she breached the code. Then he's reinstated her, which is good, because he needed her support, and also she's good at the job. Don't we need to focus on getting the job done?
How can you call it a witch hunt when she's in the wrong? A witch hunt is a persecution of someone who is innocent or for a misdemeanour they didn't commit. She committed it, and she admitted it, and she's only been brought back because it's a sop to the Tory right who Rishi Sunak needs to keep on side. That's before you even get onto the national security risk. There have been a few stories in the papers in the last 4 or 5 days, some from unnamed sources at kind of other embassies and other intelligence-sharing nations saying, are we going to share with a Home Secretary who sends stuff to a home email, so that's like Gmail or Yahoo, and then accidentally sends it to an MP's wife, and I believe a researcher as well. So she's potentially dangerous, but she broke the rules. Yeah,
well, lots of them have broken the rules, let's be honest. I mean, whilst that is bad, and I think she should have some sort of training so that she is aware of the whole situation and doesn't make that sort of mistake, I would say there's a witch hunt. And I would say that even though somebody may have done something wrong, it's the fact that people are constantly leaking all over the place about this. There doesn't seem to be any sort of loyalty